Oh, you're in a full press day. You're like in a place with a studio and a
You
help
know, let's
people
be
helping you.
full transparency. When I drove to ABC Disney lot, I imagined I was coming to a podcast studio with
Mm,
like microphones but this is a lovely conference room with it looks like a nice 2019 laptop.
okay.
So I'm sure, they're gonna get ahead of the curve in the future, get like those like a media room.
I mean, it just shows you guys like, you know, and I feel like you say this a lot and that's kind of part of your whole your whole vibe. Like it's not what it seems, you guys. Nothing is. You know what I mean? The glitz and the glam and the fucking whatever. It isn't, I went to New York Fashion Week show once and I wanted to die. Like it was awful. I hated it. Everyone was pushing me. Went through like an ugly back door. It's boring. There's no food, there's no drink.
It's very disheartening. But it's lovely people here. The
Yeah.
team, there's
No, no,
the
no.
you
Of
know the
course. We
human
love
beings that
Hulu.
are the human
We
beings that
the
typed up
human
the
beings.
5 pages of notes that I should have read for this
Right.
podcast.
No notes for you.
They looked beautiful though, how they looked, the like structure, the bolding, and I thought these are great.
And
I'll,
yeah,
I'll,
yeah,
I'll read them to
just
my kids one day.
yeah. Well, you don't need any prep for this. I went on your pod a while ago.
You know,
Do you remember?
and ever since then, it's been uphill. Yes, I do remember. I do remember some things. Okay,
How
let
are
me
you
just.
doing? How are you doing, Mr. Pratt, Mr. Heidi Pratt?
I am doing phenomenal. That's why I tell myself every second, try to stay positive because so many great things are going on. And if I focus on so many terrible things, I would, as the kids say, crash out or spiral.
What's the
Or
kid say? Wait,
I think,
how old are you, Spencer? Remind me.
let's not put me in a demo here. I'm trying to hit all quadrants. People want to, hit a Google search and help my search queue or queue, whatever it
Because you
is.
said as the kids say, oh, 41. Okay, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
I
I felt
shouldn't
like
be.
we were the same age. So I was wondering, like,
Oh, well, how old are you?
I'm 36.
We're in the same demo.
Yeah, we're in the same demo. Yeah. So as the kids say, so you're
Yeah,
you're
I'm
being
trying not to crash out.
you were from day one. I mean, we all kind of watched you, obviously, like a reality show on like TikTok and Instagram. How did you how were you acting so together from day one? Did like the camera documenting like help the situation? Are you a positive guy? Did when you stopped TikToking, were you in a different mood?
Um, it's funny for years, ever since I first like 2016 when I first Snapchatted myself all day long. I always joked that it's like having your internal monologue out loud, and I always felt like that helped me process things. Some people use therapy or whatever, and then the great part about, comment sections, replies is you have people giving you free therapy advice, whether it's terrible, evil. So you get all the like ways you could be looking at your life. So I do think it was very helpful. And it took me out of reality because when you're like just locked into like
Right.
a phone and talking to strangers all day long and engaging with bots, it's easier because you start calling your mom who's hysterically crying all day long, can't leave her white walled room. Uh, you could lock into that too and want to just start crying all day. So thankfully, also the kid having kids, you
Right.
can't be crying all day long in front of your kids.
Right.
So, that helps put on it's not an act, it's just like choosing what emotions to like focus on. But no, I mean, like, I am not positive about the situation. The only thing I'm positive about are the good things that came from it with people supporting Heidi's music and, really helping her achieve such a next level of legit pop stardom,
Wow.
being top 52 in the Billboard charts and all the, number one on dance, number two on dance, like all those things. Like I just focus on that because I'm like, okay, there's otherwise it's so horrible. It's so horrible. Like my parents are calling like, hopefully somebody buys our dirt. I'm like, what has my life been where like my childhood home, I have like my parents hoping someone's buying their dirt so that they can get a new place so they're not living in an apartment right now at 78, with two
Oh,
dogs.
your parents are 78 and they're living in an apartment. Yeah, because if you guys don't know Spencer Pratt, I mean, everybody knows, but your house burned down in the Palisade fires. You were one of the first. You make fun of this, so it's hard for me because I know kind of what you think about this, but you made a comment because it was said you were like one of the first famous people to kind of confirm that this had happened. I remember you then went in, you're like, all these years I've wanted to be called famous, and here it is. But you were one of the first people to kind of really, like we talked about, talk about what's going on, say what happened, be angry with the city. As everybody knows, you're suing the city. But your parents as well lost their home, which is your childhood home. And the Pacific Palisades, like I was, as a fan of the shows that you were on, the hills and everything, and knowing the Pacific Palisades, like it's super bouge, right? Like the people that were living
Now
there.
it is. Now,
Mm-hmm.
like ever since Caruso came, like right before that happened with the village, like my parents probably bought their house for 400 grand back in when they did. Like the alphabet streets where now houses were $15 million. You could get a house in Alphabet Street when I was growing up for $250,000. Like never growing up was the Palisades like, oh, the Palisades. Like Malibu had more of that. And still,
Mm,
even there's Malibu people that argue that Malibu used to not be, yeah, the beach houses are the beach houses, but there's regular people that live in the hills in Malibu. When I say regular, I mean not ultra elite, wealthy, international people. Most of the people aren't even from the US that have all these crazy houses. They're not from Malibu. They're not from Palisades. These are people just buying real estate.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, no, now that's why we can't move back because to rebuild our 2,500 square foot house in the Palisades would be $5 million, like
And
without furniture,
yeah.
without any of our stuff in it.
And you bought the house. What year was
Well, we
that?
had a mortgage, but we bought it for like I think it was like 2-1, 2-3, like 8 years ago.
8 years ago. And I read that you really poured like every
I
dollar
mean,
that you made and everything
oh,
into that
everything
house.
was legitimately, you could drink our toilet water. I had the best water filters in the house system, like it was like a portal
That's
of
so
heaven.
terrible. First of all, I'm so sorry. Like
I
as
didn't
you
drink the
know.
toilet water, let's be clear. I'm just saying that was the pitch that Afora, when they do the system, like this is, so let's just put that out there.
And can you tell us what's going on with like insurance and stuff? Like is that
Yeah, we got dropped after the Woolsey fire in Malibu. Farmers, which we paid 8 years for or whatever, they dropped everyone in Palisades. So the only insurance you could get, which was even hard to get, was California Fair Plan, which only covered structure, which is $1 million. Since we were on a hill, to rebuild our structure up to the codes they now have is 1.5 million in cement and pilings. So it's just like, and then they're like, oh, you can get an SBA loan. So now to even do that, I'd have a loan for 30 years and it's not like a PPP loan. You got to pay it back. So we have a mortgage still on the house that's burned down, property taxes on a house we can't live on, now potentially a loan that to then now pay for the next 30 years that isn't even enough money to start building the house back. So that's why I'm hustling like a psychopath because I'm like, Tate McRae's rich, Lady Gaga's rich, all these pop girls with their work hard. I'm not saying like, but they're rich. So I am putting my whole life into achieving as close as we can get to like pop stardom for
yeah.
Heidi to like be able to just buy a house again.
How did this idea come to you and the craziness of everything? I can't even imagine the emotions. You have two young boys. Like, how in this is your brain spinning, going, wait, Remember that pop album we made for Heidi? I'm gonna start pushing that right now. What year did you guys actually make the
So
album?
here's why it's like, I don't want to say all meant to be because all my friends and family's house burned down, but like on the weird, it being meant to be for the timing. So Heidi's song "I'll Do It" blew up on Douyin in China. We're talking billions of streams in the last 2 years and pre-fire. And then pre-fire, it got up to 800,000 creates as an audio on TikTok. So checks started coming in for the first time in 15 years, like a year ago, for the music. And so I'm calling now the music distributor who I've never talked to before. I'm like, yo, how do these checks keep coming? And they're like, oh, it's all algorithms. You're going to need to keep feeding the algorithm for new music to keep this going. So we reached out to all the hottest, youngest music producers there were, and we started cutting more music. So Heidi has like 24 records pre-house being burned down that we're about to put out as new music every 6 weeks to keep Superficial album in the algorithm. So the week of the fire is January 7th. The 15-year anniversary album of Superficial is January 10th, 2010. So the week that this was already happening, I had already been getting ready to re-release the anniversary edition that was coming out on January 10th. So I have 40 emails from all these people involved in these music and distributors and re-releases, remixes. So like our house is burning down, but I'm still getting all these emails because the
So
release is
you were
on the
in the loop
10th.
already of the
It
music
was just
stuff.
like let me take what I like. It was just so I wouldn't have thought of it if it was just
If it wasn't just happening
emails.
at the
It
same
was
time.
it was just organically 3 days from 3 days. January 7th, the house burns down. January 10th, this is all queued up to be dropping, be released. So I was like,
That's crazy. How does, okay, so as an outsider looking in, I'm kind of like trying to, because I see you and you're such a like extroverted, you know, like I said, like you always wanted to be in front of the camera. You talked about it, you loved it. I could never fully understand with Heidi, even from the show, like what is, like what does she want it as bad as you? And even now, I'm like, does she? Because you see in the videos, like she's not where you are with like we gotta do this, we gotta. She's more like I just want to be with my kids and like go to the store. So like, are you a stage husband right now? Like, does she want it as bad as you do?
well, she always wanted to be a singer pre
Mm.
being a reality star. So like before she wanted anything growing up, like you watch all her old videos, she's like performing, going to the performances, the singing stuff. Then she goes to Italy and falls in love with fashion in high school. So then she's like, I'm gonna go to fashion school and be a designer. That's where she then meets LC. LC brings her into reality TV. And then when I met her, she had like a music manager, and they were working on like more like Ashley Simpson type music. And I was like, you don't even listen to this. I love Ashley Simpson. I'm
I
not
do too.
shading,
Yeah.
but and I love the whole album. Clear, no shade. But I was like, but this isn't what you listen to. You're in the clubs listening to like Sexy Back, Justin Timberlake, Britney. Like, why are you doing this type of music? Like, you should. So then I took her to David Foster, and he got her with the Swedes, and they did Body Language and
Wait,
blah blah
David
blah.
Foster? David Foster?
Yeah, that was the first person. So we took, we went to Dave Foster's studio where we filmed Prince of Malva's, where like Buble, Celine Dion, like, and he put her on a mic behind the piano, and and he's like, he does not play games, and
No,
he,
he's a big deal.
yeah, he's not like gonna be like, okay, Spencer, let me help your girlfriend for you. He's gonna like me, you know. So he makes her sing all these notes, da da da. And
You
he's
guys,
like,
David Foster is Sarah and Aaron Foster's dad. He's like a musical genius. He just had a new play come out, Boop. He's married to Catherine McPhee. Like he's a musical. Yeah.
and I didn't know really who he was until the Netflix documentary on him. So
Mm.
like I didn't even treat him like who he, because Brody just always said he made elevator music. So that was like my, takeaway, for real. And so he makes Heidi sing all these notes, and he's like, okay, you have the tone we need to make you like a pop star. So he connects her at the time, the head of A&R, RIP, Tommy Page, he went to heaven, but big dog pop music A&R at Warner. They bring her in the room with Evan Bogart, who had wrote SOS for Rihanna just now, he had the #1 record. And then Twin, which is Joachim, who's like Max Martin's other legendary Swedish producer, and they did Body Language. So Body Language gets put out by Ryan Seacrest, everyone starts loving it, and Warner now wants to sign Heidi to a 360 deal. So, but I still had my lawyer from Princess of Malibu, who happened to be Michael Jackson's lawyer, R.I.P. Peter Lopez. He's in heaven also. So we had this big dog music lawyer, literally Michael Jackson's music lawyer. He's like, "You're not signing 360 deal. You're a star of an MTV show." And they just brought 360 deals into play, where that means they're going to take her TV money,
Right.
even though it's for the music. And he's like, "Don't sign this." So it's all good. We ended up getting Body Language, worked out, but she didn't sign to Warner. Down the line, Atlantic Records, Tom Moskowitz, who was the president of Atlantic, ends up giving Heidi her own distribution deal, which is through Warner ADA, which is she's still under ADA Warner. So David Foster is why we are still, so I love him for life. But no, Heidi is the most locked in. She's every day driving 3 hours. You can't stage manage. She's driving 3 hours every day now from Santa Barbara, 3 hours each way, pretty much with traffic, 6 hours a day to be in the recording studio,
Wow.
to do her rehearsals. Like, she's just so, like,
Did
she
she
wants to get
get
her
like
life back.
new? Are you her manager? Like
No,
technically?
no, I'm her,
Okay.
like, her text assistant. Like,
So did
like
she
literally.
get like a proper she has
All
a
these
music
like
team
proper
around her now?
famous managers did reach out, but she already was with WME. So now once the music started popping off, she has WME and
Oh,
like, so she had a serious team, but
yeah.
now they can pivot. Now
To
they're doing,
music.
she's performing in San Francisco for Pride, 22,000 people. She's doing
Wow.
Seattle, 20,000 people. She's doing Hoopla in London, 30,000
This
people. So
is
like,
wild. Who can't believe it's May? Raise your hand. Because how is it May? Like, love May. It's my birthday month, but I'm just actually shook that it's May. And I'm shook that I have to start wearing like short clothes, like shorts. Like, where is my shorts drawer? I'm not even sure. But what I am sure about is that I need to do some summer shopping. And I got a one stop shop for you, and it's called Quince, you guys. They have 100% European linen shorts and dresses from $30, luxe swimwear, Italian leather platform sandals, and so much more. The best part is that everything with Quince is priced 50 to 80% less than what you'd find at similar brands. So what they do is they work with top artisans and they cut out the middleman and they give you the luxury without the markup. So things I love by Quince. And by the way, you guys, they don't only have clothes. They have suitcases, other travel stuff, sheets, bedding. By the way, I have a Quince bed. I have a gorgeous like linen bed. No joke, you can find anything at Quince. They're just full of the good stuff, all good stuff. I'm a huge, huge fan. Treat your closet to a little summer glow up with Quince. Go to quince.com/notskinny for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's Quince, QUINCE.com/notskinny to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/notskinny. I yesterday got this notification from PayPal that I have some funds entering. Okay. Not to show off. It was about $21. And I was like, that's a little nice treat. How did I get it? And then I remembered it's from Rakuten because I shopped with Rakuten. And that's what happens when you shop with Rakuten, because you get cash back and you actually get it delivered straight to your PayPal, or you can get it via check if you're dramatic in the mail or old school or whatever. So Rakuten is really the smartest way to be saving money when you shop. Like, tell your husband, I am actually saving money, okay, because I'm getting cash back. Shop at Ulta, like fashion, beauty, electronics, home essentials, travel, dining, concert tickets, and more. You can buy all of these on Rakuten. Your favorite stores, like I mentioned, Ulta is one of mine, Adidas, Fenty. Like I said, the cashback is then deposited directly into your PayPal account, or like I said, they can send you a check, which is so unheard of. I feel like usually when you hear about cashback, there's like this really tiring way to get the cash back. It's like, no, it'll just be literally sent to you. And you can maximize your savings. You can stack cash back on top of other deals. You guys, This is a no-brainer because the membership is also free and it's so easy to sign up. There's no catch here, okay? Get the Rakuten app now and join the 17 million members who are already saving. Cashback rates change daily. See Rakuten.com for details. That's Rakuten, Rakuten. Your cash back really adds up. Okay, you guys, I have found my newest protein powder obsession, and it's called Clean Simple Eats. Let me tell you something. I know I'm being so trendy right now because protein is all the rage. I'm actually working with a nutritionist, and like we actually need it. It's not a gimmick. It's not a whatever. I really see a change in my body ever since I started upping my protein, just really paying attention to the different things. Like we need protein, carbs, fat, fiber, like all of these things on our plate. So I started actually adding protein powders to my smoothies. You can also add it to your yogurt, and Clean Simple Eats has such good protein powder. It's clean and it's amazing tasting. I really enjoyed their vanilla, and the texture in your smoothie is just literally perfect. Like you will thank me. Also, everyone's obsessed with it because I had mentioned it. Everyone's like, I love it. So like the fan base is huge. Join it. Their protein powder is always grass-fed. It has no seed oils or artificial ingredients, and it's third-party tested, non-GMO, and gluten-free. And each serving has 20 grams of protein. You guys, this is the one. I'm making it super duper easy for you. You visit cleansimpleeats.com and you use my code NOTSKINNY20 at checkout for 20% off your first order. That's cleansimpleeats.com. The code is NOTSKINNY20 for 20% off your first order. Link is also in the show notes. I mean, it's just such a mind fuck to think like, you know, how much you guys have been through since January. You're probably so happy about the success, right? But then it's hard to think like kind of where it started. Or did you guys take time to like, because it feels like you didn't have time. Did you try to take time to heal from this massive thing that happened to you?
Oh, not at all. Not at all. And I plan on doing that like back in a house we own one day, just like crying for a month with my hummingbirds. And, if my parents had insurance, I would be in a way better place. But like my
You're
dad,
you're
they've
worried
been
about
there
them.
for 40 years. They didn't have fire insurance. Like said, why didn't you have fire insurance, Dad? Like we lived on the hill, like where a fire could have happened, like
Yeah.
there was dirt near us, like it shouldn't have, because like I truly think that shouldn't even have happened on our street. But where they lived in the Palisades by the Bluffs, like you said, there hadn't been a fire in 150 years. So it's
Yeah.
like, why would I? But so that hurts the most, that I like can't
More about your
let go of.
parents.
Because
Yeah.
like my hustle now, there's no doubt like my kids will have a house to live in that they own, with like the pace I'm pushing. Because I
Yeah.
was able to make millions of dollars back in the day, not hustling like this. So, because
You're confident. You're
yeah, I
confident.
was like, I know what it takes. I've done it. Like, if you do what Heidi and I are doing right now for 5 years, like, you're gonna get money.
Where were you at before this? Because like I watched your stories and your stuff with the hummingbirds. Like you were kind of in a non-hustling mode
Yeah, I
for a
mean,
few
we had a
years,
house
right?
that that's the thing. Like Heidi got so, people got all worked up when she's like, we're house poor. Like we put all our money into building this house because the property was going up so crazy in Palisades, like across the street from us. $25 million house just got built. They're tearing down multiple like little houses like they're up right above us, $45 million. So in our vision for our kids, the land we had
Yeah.
in 20 years was going to be worth $25 million. So
So
it
you
was
thought
just
you
like,
could chill a little bit,
yeah,
like
I mean, we didn't ever chill. We're always hustling, but we didn't need to. We had our house that was only going up in value, and we made enough from like brands, social media, podcasts, Heidi's music, even at the time. They're like, we have car payment, mortgage, nice. We shouldn't have gone to a nice market. I won't even name them anymore, but we shouldn't have been going there. But we had
why
enough for
won't
nice
you name it?
groceries.
You're annoyed with them? It
Oh,
rhymes with
I'd have done
farm.
with it. Rhymes with trash.
Wait, why
So
why are we mad at them? I
I
missed
don't even, we're
this.
not even this.
Really?
It was 7 TikToks ago.
Oh my
Um,
God. Okay, I'm sorry. Blame that algo because that's my thing with TikTok. Like you never know what pops up.
well, no,
Instagram, you
once I
do.
started talking about the fires and the lawsuit, all social media deplatformed me. And I knew I was risking it. Like I
Mm.
should have kept it like, once you go there, the keywords, the AI, it's like phew, like
Oh, you felt
political,
it?
like you don't go from 13 million on a TikTok to the next one like 3,000 because you're talking about like certain people that are at fault for LA fire. So I know
Oh,
better,
got you when you got in
but it's
deep.
like emotionally I couldn't not express
But so
myself.
what was that? Because we have like the fire, the Heidi's, music popping off. But then there's also you personally kind of popping off, right? Going to more millions of views than you've probably ever had. Everyone being obsessed, famous people supporting. You couldn't. People were getting mad at people for like not using the song in their video. You couldn't post to get ready with me without using Heidi's song because then you'd be like, "Why are you using a different fucking song, you fucking bitch?" So
I somebody on your team or Hulu, please clip that. I want that as a TikTok audio. Please. That's a sound. I just gonna be like,
So
thank you.
that moment,
No,
those moments
no.
of you, because you're in it, you're feeling it, you're watching the videos, you're seeing the support, you're seeing the comments, you're seeing the replies, you're replying, you're doing all this. Like, what does that feel like?
I know. I mean, it's what kept me from literally not having to be put in like in a mental home. Like watching your whole life burn. Like I don't have like I say it, people just can't process it. I don't have a photo of my existence pre iPhone. Like, and I was a curator. I had just like my mom's the same way. Every single event of my whole life, I had albums in my house.
Really?
Like I had like how people have Instagrams curated. I have my albums curated for my whole, like all my highlight reels for my sports. All like everything you could ever think of, just being gone. Like you really feel like a ghost. Like so pre 2009, I feel like is when I mean the photos are so bad until like 2 years ago on an iPhone, like to
Right.
even want like a 16 megapixel. I guess kids now are like, I like old megapixels, but I like good
You're so
film.
hip. You're caught up to like everything the kids are saying because you're on TikTok so much. I didn't even know
I,
about this megapixel.
I'm way too deep. That's what I'm saying. I'm way too deep. But yeah, no, it was life changing, because I never wanted to be loved. I always just wanted to get money to like have a good life. So
You
like,
never wanted to be
I didn't
loved.
seek out, I thought the easiest route was always being the antagonist or as they say, the
Right.
villain, because it's way easier to get people to fucking not like you than it is to get people to like you. So it was a pretty quick way to get
You're
paid. But
so
now,
interesting, Spencer. Like you said, I wanna stay on that for a second. You never cared about people liking you. You just wanted to make money. And then you said you figured it was way easier to get people to hate you than get people to love you. Like, were you really thinking of all these things? You're like a mega smart dude.
thank God I have witnesses to like the master plan, and I talk so much that there are so many people that were like I can start name dropping them. They don't want to be connected to me, like maybe now, but like my like friends that I grew up with that watch the process. Like Brody did just go on Nick Vial's podcast and explain that he watched the literal plan to like so it was all strategy. It went too far though. Like because what happens is once producers start buying off family members with literal money, like for instance, Heidi's mom, when the restaurant was going out of business, they literally would give her 10, 20,000 just cash to say things to
Mm.
just tear down her daughter, which I'm sure she's regrets and is atoned to or whatever she needs to do now with her process. But my point is, I really then it was no longer like an act for me.
Right.
Like I have all these people, my sister, Heidi's mom, all these people that are literally just getting bought off, and I'm watching it. I know they're getting paid to do these and say these things when they don't necessarily really feel like that. They're getting so now my act has actors that I didn't cast that are like affecting our real life. So that's when it went obviously sideways of the like oh, I can do this, and it went out of control. Like,
Yeah.
look back, and I'm like I know why I look so crazy in there because I know what is going on around me and like
Got
what
you.
people are trying. So yes, it was so smart, but it got out of hand.
Yeah. So it sounds like, well, Stephanie, we know that you're
No, no,
still,
I stopped like caring about, like, I don't care what people say and have like episodes or deal with their own, like, if you lie about some stuff, I'm not going to be needed like an apology. So
no, but
like,
so like,
yeah,
you're
we're
not
good. No,
able,
we're good. We're good.
oh,
Everything's great. Like, everything's all good. Like no, I mean, I'm not gonna not have a relationship with family people because of things they have in their own brain. Like,
like you've forgiven, but
yeah, still forget. I'll continue to forgive. I'm not gonna like, it is what it is. I'm never
yeah.
gonna, I learned to not have expectations on people. Like, everyone has their own things they're dealing with. So
Well,
I'm
when you
not
were
gonna
saying
like,
this before, like I didn't care to be liked. The thing that like resonates with that is like you still don't. Like the fact that you had this like are having this TikTok success in social media, it's not because all of a sudden you were like, "Hey guys, like love you." Like you didn't change who you are, you were still yourself. It just I think with everything that happened where people were feeling for you so hard at the same time and seeing the side of you that maybe they didn't see before, it all kind of like worked together to be like, okay, this is Spencer. Like, this is who he's been all along, but it shed this like new light to make it work. Do you get what I mean? What I mean is, it's not like now all of a sudden you are trying to be liked. You're still the
oh
same
no,
dude
yeah,
that
no.
you're just, you know,
Well, thank God, like, my actual demo before even the like house burned down, the people that were like really getting behind me on TikTok, because pre-fire, like, they did get me to almost, I was at 997, which with no algorithm, almost a million with like not being pushed, not doing anything right.
right.
The younger
Not
people that
doing it.
now watch the Hills Back without the like monoculture polarization, like media manipulation. They see the Hills as like, Spencer loves Heidi. He says whatever the fuck he wants. And why is this friend being a
Right.
hater? Like, they aren't caught, they're not like, oh, Us Weekly hitting them with 5 posts and people and all these stories and public. So they just watch the Hills and they're like, I fucking love Spencer. Like,
Yeah.
what, who's this bitch, like, for
Yeah.
real, all due respect, but
That's
so
just what they're
they
saying. So there's a resurrection of, as we know, like so many TikTokers and young people are watching all the old shows now. There's New Girl rewatches and this rewatches. So obviously Hills rewatches. So
and they clip me, God bless these people, make the best edits that go viral. Like, they'll be my like best not awful person clips with like good music, and it's like gets 20 million views. So it's
my
like,
best not awful person clips.
yeah, so they'll use
You not
those,
being
and
awful.
they'll have like music, and then the whole comment section is just like love, like, it's just so
Why
incredible.
did I really am on a hashtag health journey, which I'm sorry if that triggers you, but it's true. So that's why I do things like drink protein powder, drink electrolytes, eat bars that are actually made of good ingredients that will fill me up. So I'm a huge fan of IQ Bar. It's a great plant-based protein bar that is actually delicious. And they also have IQ Mix, and that's their zero sugar drink mix that hydrates, boosts your mood, and promotes mental clarity. IQ Mix has 3 times the electrolytes of other sports drinks and is packed with electrolytes and nutrients shown to support sustained cognitive and physical performance. IQ Mix is free from gluten, sugar, soy, and GMOs. It's even certified vegan and kosher for my girlies. With over 20,000 five-star reviews and counting, more people than ever are starting their days on the right foot with IQ Bar's brain and body boosting bars, hydration mixes, and they got mushroom coffees. Anyone who knows me knows that I've been looking for the perfect electrolytes, and I found it. It's IQ Mix. It's also loaded with healthy ingredients like magnesium and lion's mane for all-day energy, and like I said, mental clarity for this mom brain. Right now, IQ Bar is offering my special 20% off all IQ Bar products, plus get free shipping. To get your 20% off, text not skinny to 64,000. Text not skinny to 64,000. That's not skinny to 64,000. Message and data rates may apply. See term for details. Okay, you guys know that I'm a huge fan of taking supplements for your hair because we want our hair to be fabulous. However, let me tell you something else that I love. With a topical solution like Vegamore's Grow Hair Serum, I just literally like squirt it on the area that I need help in. And then you really see results. It leaves you with visibly fuller, healthier hair. I love it. And you ask what sets Vegamore apart. Their formulas are vegan, cruelty-free, and formulated without harsh chemicals. Their Grow Hair Serum is packed with peptides, plant stem cells, and plant-based phytoactives. And those deliver real results in as little as 3 months. You don't got to wait long. The best part, though, it's clinically tested. 93% of users experienced less shedding, and 90% of users see an improvement in the overall appearance of their hair. You can use it all over, but you can use it also on specific spots. It's so easy to add to your routine. Apply a few drops once a day. You're good to go. It's lightweight, which I love, by the way. It doesn't have like oily consistency because you could just put it in even if your hair is done, even if it's blow dried already, whatever. Are you tired of dealing with shedding and thinning? Take back control of your hair with Vegamore. For a limited time, go to vegamore.com/notskinny. The code is not skinny to get 20% off your first order. That's Vegamore, vegamour.com/notskinny. The code is not skinny to save 20% off your first order. Again, that's Vegamore, vegamour.com/notskinny. The code is not skinny. There are a lot of things in life that are just one big scam that we fall over into, and we're just like, we accept it. Everyone tells us you have to like pay these big wireless carriers tons of money because those are the big, the big guys. And like, you have to be part of them. You get the best survey. Rah, rah, rah. But like real ones know that it's not the truth. And real ones want to keep their money where they can see it. Okay. Because those big wireless carriers, they like to keep your money too. So after years of overpaying for wireless, I finally got fed up from crazy high wireless bills, bogus fees, and free perks that actually cost more in the long run, and switched to Mint Mobile. Say bye-bye to your overpriced wireless plans, jaw-dropping monthly bills, and unexpected overages. Mint Mobile is here to rescue you with premium wireless plans starting at $15 a month. All plans come with high-speed data, as they should, and unlimited talk and text delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and bring your phone number along with your existing contacts. That easy. Ditch overpriced wireless and get 3 months of premium wireless service from Mint Mobile for $15 a month. If you like your money, Mint Mobile is for you. Shop data plans at mintmobile.com/notskinny. That's mintmobile.com/notskinny. Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month 5 GB plan required, equivalent to $15 a month. New customer offer for 3 months only. Then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See Mint Mobile for details. She hate you. Why did Elsie hate you?
She loved me, actually. Like, literally loved me. Like, I'll say this on a lie detector with a Bible. She loved me to the point where she'd be like, and my dad would love you. He loved me. I talked Brody into breaking up with Nicole Richie to fake date Elsie and let Elsie have, at the time, the best looking Hollywood it guy pretend to date her on her show. She watched me orchestrate this for her and like be the biggest teammate. I was the one that first ever called the paparazzi. So she got photographed for the first time in Hollywood, even though she'd already been on a show for a whole season in Laguna Beach, but it didn't transfer over. I was like the best teammate ever. But then Brody couldn't fake date Elsie anymore. He wanted, start getting some real clout. He was out in the club scene. There was a lot of opportunities. And then once the fake dating ended and he wasn't down for that, she wanted her wing woman back, Heidi, which no, I understand. Heidi's like tried her best going out till 3 a.m. The final like end game was, they didn't show this, but like she made Heidi go out with her on Valentine's Day when we were official now boyfriend, girlfriend this time, till like wouldn't let her leave till like 4 a.m. they're fucking having breakfast pizza together. And she's like, I gotta go back see Spencer. And it like turned it into this big thing. And like it just was like going too weirdo. You know what I mean? Like, and so then once that happened, she was like, I don't want Heidi on the show anymore. And that was like, she thought that scene with Heidi getting in the U-Haul and leaving she thought she got Heidi off the show. That's what people don't get. That was her saying, bye, bitch, you're off my show. And
Because you
thank
won't be my
God,
wing
thank
woman.
Thank God for Tony DeSanto. He was the president of MTV because Adam DeVille, who's the creator, was like, yeah, she doesn't want Heidi on the show anymore. And he literally said, she doesn't have to be on the show anymore about LC. Like they were fine with like, you're not going to tell us who. So once that happened and LC saw that she wasn't the main focus of her own show, that was when she made these producers, Adam DeVille and them. The deal was you better make them look like the worst people on the earth, which we were aware of, but they're at that point paying so much, like you'd be stupid not to like go along with it. So that's what happened. And it's like, if I could probably, you got a calendar, I could probably do months if I wanted to, like,
Wow.
like, so, and then we went along with the actual, you know what, that actually did exist that was on TMZ before I ever said anything. Perez reached out to me and he was my boy. And he's like, is this true?
Wait, what's
Asking
the
me about
actual you know
TMZ.
what and the
I don't
actual
even want to be in a clip talking about this still, but it's like people that know in your podcast will know, and the people that don't, they don't need to know. And then so Perez hits me up and he's like, is this true? I'm like, yeah, it's true. Like, this is out. He's out there doing this. Guy's coked out of his
Oh,
mind,
got you,
like
gotcha.
trying to slang this and trying to cause. And then once the parents all had a powwow back in Laguna and they pulled this whole that got him into rehab or got him some more coke or whatever and like chilled him out. Next thing you know, I'm the scapegoat, and then they give me $120,000 to do a fake phone call with a producer like you know who's on the other line, and I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. Like it's $120,000 phone call. Like I don't care. But then they make this big thing, and then it's like, you know what you did. It's like, now you know what you did, you pathological sicko liar, like burn down somebody else to cover your own little, which it wasn't even a big deal. It's not even like it even came more love. So that was when it went like super hated on the show. Like, how could she have done that? It's like she didn't.
She didn't. Do you have any regrets from the show aside from kind of what we talked about with
Yeah, I should have like
family members?
literally, yeah, I should have never filmed with a family member. I should have
Mm,
never done one scene with Heidi's parents. I should have never done one scene with myself. Like, never film with a family member unless you're a Kardashian and you're making $1 billion. And then like, then I can, Courtney can call me whatever she wants,
would
you
you let
know?
your kids, your cute boys, be on reality TV?
No, because there's not enough money. Like my son wants to be like a YouTube like animal person. He loves the wild krat. So like he could definitely be like a zoologist with his like content. Like the idea of reality to me is multi-purpose content. Like
Mm,
I do would love my kids to be able to be content creators, no matter what they're going to do in their careers. Like you still, even top CEOs have to be doing content now. They
right.
have to be
Your
zoomed. They got
dentist
to
is
do
doing content. Your insurance
everything.
guy
It
is
does
doing
not matter.
content.
So it's all, yes, I would like him to be a reality star of life. So like
Yeah.
he's on TikTok live and I'm watching him engage with the audience, like with me, obviously, and answering. And I'm like, he's so good at like this kid's 7 years old and he's like articulating responses to Q and A's. I'm like, this
Wait,
is,
you have two boys, and
yeah,
the age difference is like what, 5 years, right?
a 7 year old and a 2.5 year old.
How's that? Mine is similar, so I was wondering
The
because
two and
mine
a half
is
year
five
old,
and 10 months, so it's kind of the
the two and
same.
a half year old is the hardest. Here's when I believe in God. I'll tell
When
you.
he goes to sleep.
Nap time, nap
Yeah,
time.
you're like
No, for real. Like
Mondays.
I,
Yeah.
I sat there with Heidi being pregnant, all my crystals, and I sat there touching her stomach, and I'd be like, God, please put the most super power human that's like an alien in her belly. Like, careful what you say. This kid is,
Wild.
oh my God. And I'm like, what did I create? Like, what did I pray for?
Wait,
Like,
Gunner was really different, like
Gunnar
in
is so chill, so thousand. I mean, I'm not saying if our second child was like our first, if there would be a
you
second child,
wouldn't have a
like,
second. Yeah, yeah.
like we were
But
like,
you're
this is
not the
so
I think this is
so
a thing.
chill.
I think this is a thing. Like it's a pattern.
Oh, it's crazy.
And two
So,
boys.
so yeah, no,
Do
it's
you
a lot.
guys want more kids?
No, 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 no. We are good. We are
Really?
good.
Heidi doesn't say like, "Oh, I want a girl."
She used to until the second one, and she's like, huh. Literally, though, she was always
Wait.
like, like not even. We're gonna be lucky to survive this
No.
second one.
No, I
He
love
is.
you. Thank
I'm
you for
not
the
kidding.
honesty.
Like he'll
It's
just
so
straight
important.
punch Heidi in the face and just like, you're like, what? Like what are you doing? Like it's so
Does he do
gnarly.
that to Gunner as well?
No, it's just like it's just parent like he'll just try to break out, start trying to run down the street. Thankfully, it's to a Mexican restaurant, so he's like, I know it's my kid, same DNA, but he'll be like it's he's so.
He's
And I
wild.
want to say nuts and be like mean, but he's
Wild.
all
Wild.
wild,
Were
wild.
you like that as a kid? Like, are your parents
I
like,
think this is like
you're
I think
living?
it's no, my parents are like, what the Heidi's parents actually say Riker's very similar to Heidi,
Oh, wow.
which I'm like, whoa.
Wait, and you guys are in Santa Barbara right now, right? And that's your
Yeah,
grandparents'
we're
house?
renting it so they can have money for their apartment. It's so twisted because it was their
Renting
rent.
it
Uh,
from your
my
parent.
parents were literally having to. It's crazy. It's like
It's a crazy
I used to
situation.
go here for free.
Yeah, I remember that you were on some like lazy boy chair yelling at us, being like, because people were probably like, "Where are you? Looks nice" or something. Um, there was one. So a lot of people were supportive during this time, as we know. Was the first person Flava Flav that like did the like? Was he the
Was
first
one
like
of the one that like hit that I'll love her forever is that Emrata.
truly?
That one hit
Really?
like she did
She
one
was
that
one
was
of the first?
one of the first, and she posted like, okay, this is it. The sound of the apocalypse was the writing or whatever. And it was like once she did it, it was like every
Did
influencer.
you talk to her?
No, I don't know her.
But did you DM or
I
something?
mean, I'm sure I was DMing 5 million people a day. Like I was also DMing people like, when are you posting? Like tell people, like
When are you posting? Yeah, that happened with Alex Cooper. Why did you get caught on her so hard specifically and not like, I don't know, a different celebrity?
okay.
I'm
I'll
wondering. Yeah.
let's just because I definitely would like to clear this up. When Alex Cooper first moved out to LA, first Heidi was one of her first podcasts out here, supportive, blah, blah, blah. Heidi told everything she could ever try to boom. I went on her podcast. I let her do the little skit where she just bashes me that nobody actually watched. So just went along with it, pumped it up. When she started doing merch, she'd send us merch. We wore it all day long on Snapchat tag. Big, like, big teammates. Okay. Right. Uh, right when it's going off and everybody with any following that I know, I'm texting. I don't want to misquote the text, but it was like, hey, like, got so much going on, but like, I will, whatever. It was like, okay, so I'll just wait for this. It hadn't happened. I'm like, oh, everybody still need the fuck daddy gang. Like, who I felt like I was always, people come up. I felt part of these daddy gang people. I'm like, I think your audience, we're daddy gang. Like, okay. Um, so then I text her husband, who I know from growing up with him. I'm like, hey, following up. He's like, she's gonna do it, da, da, da. And it's like not happening. Then people start messaging me, not even knowing this is going on. Like, where's Alex Cooper's post? Da, da, da. And they're getting me fired up because I haven't
Mm,
slept in days now. I'm just living off of tequila and caffeine. And so, the comment section can get me worked up.
right.
And then somebody's very triggering. I don't know. A bunch of people are like, she just reposted your guys' episode on YouTube as
Yeah.
like as like the weekly, and so I'm like, oh dang, like we're cool with
She did like a flashback, like a TBT moment, like
they'll
repost.
post it, they'll read it was like put it back in the like as the new episode.
Oh wow!
I'm like, oh
During the
dang.
fire, during
So
the
we're getting AdSense off of my house burning down, but we can't do a TikTok sound.
got you.
So then obviously, obviously I made TikToks and because she did a different song. And then by the time she did it, I didn't even see it because it was some slowed down version.
Oh,
And
so she ended up doing it.
ended up doing it 8 TikToks after it was, but if I could go back in time after pulling up on her at a restaurant, which she was not very happy about,
You
and I did
did?
apologize, yes, and I said, I'm sorry, I was so emotional. I probably could have handled it better, but I was like, let's be clear. My house just burned down. My parents' house burned down. So I wasn't like, I did enough text that I felt like I'm on the plank here. Like, my personality enough to where it's like, you better send a new like white flag text before this is going. It's very clear how I am online right now in this manic state. So I'm not surprised I went that way. If I could go back, I probably would have, you know, been nice. I would have done the same thing, but I would have like tried to explain my emotions better and
What
articulated
did
it.
she say at the restaurant? Did she accept your apology?
Uh, I guess, I mean, I'm pretty intense. I don't know.
You don't know what
She's
she
not,
said back? You just said
she's
it and
not
left?
texting me right now she's not texting me to hang out. But we then saw her at dinner that night. And then Heidi's went and like sat with her and I guess they cried. And so Heidi and her are definitely cool, but Heidi never posted. So there shouldn't have been like I'm cool too with her, but I'm just saying I didn't get sent like an unwell, like hydration drink package
Do
or
you want
anything.
it? Do you want it? Do you want it?
I'm pretty hydrated. I'm pretty
Okay.
hydrated,
You're not on the
but
list. You're not on the list.
I definitely got taken off the PR list.
You are doing reality again, which is so exciting. Can you do the timeline for us for a second? So the new reality show got to get out on Hulu. Did you film this pre?
Yes, I did, which
Okay.
was, yeah, I did. What, 5 years ago, was it? 2 years ago.
Five. Did you really think it
A
was 5 years
year, a
ago?
year. My timeline, it feels like 5 years,
Mm.
like a
So
lot's happened since Friday. I'm living in a very strange matrix now. I
so
am convinced I'm dead, and I'm just in this like weird purgatory where like my hand goes into heaven. I'm like, Heidi's a popstar. Then my hand calls my mom who's crying, like her house burned out. And then I'm like, oh, I'm on a TV show. So it's very strange
are you
existence
doing like therapy?
on TikTok.
TikTok. Oh my God. Okay, you guys. So got to get out. So many different faces there. There's Kim Zolciak, right?
Zodiac.
Zolciak. I'm so bad at saying last
No, I
names.
mean, I
Like
could
it's
have made that up. I've heard Zodiac. It could be Zochek.
I'm
It
adding
could.
a flair. You guys in the trailer seem to like team up.
I
Have
mean, I
some
was
like
teaming up with whoever I thought I could get the $1 million with. I played, the best game I could. Looking back, I should have just gone to war with everybody.
oh yeah? Why you feel like you didn't go hard enough?
I feel like every time after I watch a reality show, I wish, just like
Oh.
Heidi's song "Go Harder," which is my
Hmm.
anthem. I wish I had gone harder always, because just like, fuck. What you also see what people say. Like I just saw a sneak peek, and Omarosa called me the weirdest person on reality TV, and I'm like, you're way weirder than me. I wish you had said that to my face. So like these
Wait,
people are
so
saying
didn't she
shady
call
things,
you
not to me.
she called you diabolical,
What
no?
do you say?
She called you diabolical.
No, no, but she also, and I have a screener, and she calls me the weirdest person on television. I'm like, weirdest? Like I'm not weird at all.
I
Very
love how,
normal.
you know what's funny about you though? I feel like diabolical doesn't offend you, but weirdest person offends you. Am I correct?
Yeah, I mean, one's my brand and one I'm definitely not weird.
So So you guys, Spencer is on a new reality show. It's called Got to Get Out. It's on Hulu. Bunch of celebs and normies, right? How are the normies? Who'd you vibe more with the celebs or with the like
Well,
firefighters?
I like to the show Hulu. Shout out Hulu, Disney, ABC.
Shout
Love
out,
them.
shout
Uh,
out.
they call them reality rookies. I like to call them civilians. So the civilians were lovely. Um, I enjoyed the civilians maybe more than the reality royalty or whatever Hulu is calling them, because they have that hunger that I love to be around of like, I'm gonna make it. This show's gonna make me famous. And it's like, yeah, me too. Yeah, let's do it. Like, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah. So the naive, like I love that energy.
Yeah, but
The
it's probably
delusion.
yeah, but it probably feels so different. Like when you filmed it, you were kind of like a different version of yourself, and now, but it is kind of also nice because if you filmed it after, people probably would have treated you differently. You know what I mean? Like
Oh, like these
pre-fire
people don't,
versus
yeah, I was, most of the
post-fire.
people didn't even know who I was. They were like in the screener, she's like, oh, I knew I looked familiar. I thought he was a child star. I'm like Macaulay Culkin? Like, what are you talking about?
You
Like,
do give child star, but it's a good
thank
moment.
you.
Again, all these
Hey,
things like, Heidi's music, your show coming out, like I just feel like this is going to lead one thing is going to kind of lead to the next. Everybody can kind of see you going on another reality show after like Traders.
well, if ABC, Hulu, Disney buys NBC Universal, I would love to be involved in
I
any in
love
any
your
any Hulu projects in the future.
we're Hulu. We're a Hulu fam. I love it.
So I
Maybe
look forward to being on that project
maybe
if
there's gonna
streaming
be
on Hulu.
you guys, I'm gonna take a wild guess right now on this podcast and you fucking remember it. I'm saying there's gonna be, and if not, I'm manifesting it, a Pratt reality show, a Pratt fam reality show about rebuilding their lives and Heidi skyrocketing into pop stardom, Spencer being Spencer, the kids, now we know there's craziness happening. And it's going to be on Hulu.
Can we clip that audio also for my
Fucking clip
social?
it, you
Thank
guys.
you. Thank
Fucking
you.
clip it. Spencer, thank you so much. I adore you. I think you're amazing. I am so happy for you and your family getting this moment after that moment, and I hope that everything just keeps on getting better, that you can help your parents, that you can find your next home, and that you guys keep on keeping on.
These are those moments I don't like, those real moments. They hit me too hard. All right, let's hang up before I start crying. I gotta go keep this going here. Thank you for
Keep
that.
it going.
All
Bye,
right.
Spencer. Thank you. Thank you for coming on.
If I touch anything, I'll
Thank you,
let
Amanda.
this
Thank you
tea.
guys. Thank you
Talk
so
soon.
much. Okay. Bye, guys.
Thank you.